the French crop, the crop top, or the bird's nest, frankly, because that's kind of what it looks like, right? I believe it comes from London. As far as I know from research that I've done, I know it's definitely European. It comes from the eastern side of the hemisphere. It's a very intricate haircut. It requires a lot of precision cutting, a lot of texture on top, and a nice fade that can either be a low, mid, or high. There's very different methods of doing crop, and in this video, I'm gonna go ahead and teach you how to do just that. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's get it. What's up, guys? We're gonna jump right into it. This is a homie right here. He's looking rough, you know what I'm saying? He looking hairy and scary. Once again, we got another one, guys. What we're gonna be doing today is that French crop I told you about. Ironic enough, his hair, right or wrong, doesn't it look like a damn bird's nest, right? I don't know where I heard that from, but that's what it looks like. It looks like a bird's nest, but here we go. We simply start by putting in our first guideline. Right now, the clipper is all the way closed, and the lever is slightly, minimally open a little bit because I don't like creating a hard guideline. We're gonna take this all the way through around the head. And we're gonna be giving them a mid fade, by the way. That line right above the ear, right, is how you determine whether or not this is a mid fade. If it was underneath that ear, that's what would be determined to be a low fade. This is very important. I damped his hair, and now I'm going ahead and parting his hair because I don't want to cut any of that hair up there because I don't need any of that. And right now what I'm doing is I'm shaping his head by clipper over combing only the hair that I need to cut. And now we're gonna go ahead and create our second guideline, right? With the lever all the way down. So there's no guard on there. Now there is a guard, and this is a 1.5 guard with the lever all the way down. So we created 1, 2, and 3 guidelines. Look at it again, 1, 2, and 3 guidelines. Now, right, what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and balding him. But notice I am not bringing this trimmer all the way up to the first guideline. I slightly am maybe 2-3 centimeters underneath it, but I don't want to bring it all the way through because it'll create a hard one. And now I am creating a hard guideline with the Andes shaver. And the reason why I like to create a hard guideline for this is because I like to see my guideline, so I'll be able to go ahead and just fade it away very, very easily. And one way that I've noticed it's very easy to go ahead and take out that guideline is by going side to side. Now we're gonna go ahead and go for that first guideline, right? And all this, guys, is we're playing with the lever here, right? We're just taking that first guideline. His hair, for some reason, it's thick, but it's easy to fade. You know, I took care of that first guideline already. All I did was play with the lever. Now I'm going for the second guideline. And what I'm doing is I'm playing with the lever. As you get higher into the guidelines, the lever falls down. Right now what we're doing is we're bulking off all this excess bulk up here. Hitting it with the 1.5. I do apologize for the out of focus, but don't worry, it's gonna go ahead and go away right now. And before I fade out that second guideline, I like to always put in my, I always have to detail my sideburns first. Because I feel like if you fade it out, it kind of loses its darkness. So that's why I go ahead and do that. So that first, remember that second guideline was a 0.5. I hit it with the number 1 guard and it faded it away. Then I took it off and I went back in there with the half. Look, I'm hitting at the 1 again. All right, hitting it with the 1. Notice I'm using my corners a lot. Again, that was a 0.5 guideline, so I'm using the 0.5 to fade that out. Whatever you use to create a guideline is the exact same thing you need to take out that guideline. You know, so mine was a 0.5. I hit it with the 0.5 by flicking the wrist out, and then I touched it in with the 1, and now that's why it's faded. Now this is our final and third guideline. We're softening it up with the number 2, going back with the 1.5, number 2, 1.5. And now if you notice, it's darker. He has a gap. It's dark in the middle, and it's light and light at the bottom. So I went ahead and just hit it with the 1. This is what you want to do. You know, you don't want to leave your client's hair off. You know what I'm saying? You want everything to fade. Now I damped it, and now what I'm doing now is I parted it, and now I'm clipper over combing, just like we did the other side. And I had someone, if you're wondering why I'm going so fast, because I had someone say that I talk too slow. So that's why I kind of speed up the video. So I clip over combed it. I hit it with the 1.5 to reduce bulk. That was that first guideline, and now I created my second guideline. Again, now I'm cleaning up those sideburns, so I won't, lose that darkness around that area. Same thing, don't bring the trimmer all the way up to that first guideline. Don't do that, guys. It's very hard to take it out. And I don't understand why some people tell you to go in there and physically make a really hard guideline. I don't recommend that. Remember, there's 3 guidelines, 1, 2, and 3. Right? We're working on that, the top one, the third one on top. We want to go ahead and soften as much as possible. Hit it with a 1.5, clip over comb until it fades away. All right, we can still see it there. So we're gonna hit it with the 1.5. By the way, I do hope your day is going well. Thank you for clicking on this video and watching it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and bald our client here. Remember, I'm going 1/2 inch below, honestly like an inch below that first guideline that I created with the 0, because I don't want to make a hard guideline and I want it to be easy to fade out. Now I'm getting rid of that first guideline with the 0, right? That means the lever all the way open, all the way closed actually, and I'm flicking it out. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a paint mark or something. I noticed. I tried everything. I tried the 0, I tried my trimmer, and there you go. It faded away. Start working on that first guideline by trigger playing, moving on that lever up and down with no guard. Now I'm attacking the 0.5 guideline. I'm hitting it with the 1 guard fully closed, because that's what's going to soften up that 0.5 guideline. And now I'm just going up to the third guideline, which is a 1.5 with the 1 guard on there, and moving and trigger playing that lever. And wow, it's crazy. And mind you, there is no dye in his hair. You see how dark it is? All right, and right here, what I'm doing is I'm fading in that beard. Same steps, there's 3 guidelines to fading: 0, 0.5, then 1.5. Now that that's faded, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the back, which is the hardest part, man. The back is always hard for me. Right now I'm just trimming that unnecessary hair at the bottom, balding it, look an inch below that first guideline, guys. You can see it a whole lot clearer now. And go side. The best way to take this out is going side to side. What the hell is going on with my voice? Hold on. Hello? All right, here we go. We back in action. Go side to side with the shaver, guys. This is what's going to go ahead and help you taking out that balder guideline. All right, 0 guideline. Now we're creating our second guideline with the lever all the way open and touching up that first guideline, just going up and down with the trimmer. It was a little too, that bald guideline was to the side. Hit it back up with the shaver. Now I'm creating my third guideline with the 1 guard and the levers all the way down. So it's 0 guideline, 0.5 guideline, and 1.5 guideline. 3 guidelines, guys, once again. And all I'm doing is I'm going up and down with these numbers. I'm trying to soften that up. Right now I'm working on the second guideline, which is a 0.5. I'm using the 1, trying to fade it out. See how I'm using my corners as well? All right, now this is the final last guideline, the 1.5. And there you go, it's all gone. All right, guys, I'm dapping up his hair again so I can go ahead and part it, so I can start cutting his hair. I'm leaving about 1.5 inches of hair on top in the back. As we work our way towards the front, we're gonna progressively leave it longer. And what I do is I part his hair, guys. I do 1 inch partings as I move forward, right? So with the comb, I part the hair 1 inch apart, and then I pull it up, and that's when I start to cut off. Well, how much am I cutting here? I don't know, like, damn, I don't know, like 1 inch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just progressively going shorter and shorter as I go to the front, rather longer and longer as I go to the front. Check it out. Because from the back, I cut off like a whole 1.5 inches, if y'all saw that. See, now I'm cutting off maybe like 1/2 inch. And see, and it got kind of dry, so I went ahead and hit it with some more water. And obviously when you're cutting hair, with shears, make sure it's wet. So boom. And notice how I'm rounding it to his head shape, right? I'm not just cutting all the way straight. I'm rounding it across his head shape. And look, off the front, I'm just kind of cutting the tips. Boom. Off his bang area, only cut the tips. Again, I'm wetting it again to make sure it's fully damp. Now I'm cross-checking if I missed any hairs. Right, and then I first do a horizontal part, now I do a vertical part. So I could cross-check and make sure that I didn't miss any type of hair. And if I did, then I just go whoop, and I cut it just like that. I notice I moved to the other side, right? Because I'm right-handed, so I moved to his other side, so it could be a whole lot easier for me. Boom. Dust off your client, very important, making sure that he feels comfortable, because that's what he came to you, to feel more comfortable, to feel good about himself. All right, now here comes a favorite part, the texturizing. You can texturize so many different ways. I am texturizing with nothing but a barber's razor. That's it. Ain't no fancy shear, pointing and cutting and put it at 30, 38, 42 degree angle. No, it's just grab your razor and texturize his hair. Simple as this, y'all. There's massive amounts of texture hair, but it all concludes to the same thing, texture on top of the hair. I don't know what I asked him here or what, but it looked like he was feeling himself. He just looked at me, looked in the mirror, and was like, yeah. Did that light skin lip, that light skin lick lip or whatever. All right, here we go. And what I'm doing right now is these bangs, dude, that's just what kind of makes the crop, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to make sure that these are lined up real nice and neat, but at the same time, I'm also trying to not line it up and add texture to it, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I did slow this down because I really wanted you guys to see this. This is very intricate, you know? And honestly, this is what you have to hit like at a 30-degree angle with your shears, you know? You can't cut it straight. It's better if you hit it from an angle. All right, guys, this concludes our haircut. Check it out. It looks like a bird's nest to me. You know what I mean? So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for sitting all the way through, man. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment, y'all. I appreciate y'all for real. Good looking. And by the way, I got some jewels at the end of this video. Don't go anywhere. Yo, what's going on? Hope you liked the video. So check out the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Optimo, right? My big homies should smoke these. You know what I'm saying? These are hella old school, y'all. But, you know what I mean? Check out the service that I'm on. It says, you can't really read it from there, but it says tax deductions for small businesses. Let me flip the screen for you. Look, you don't know nothing about this. Tax deductions checklist for small businesses. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing about this, bro. You don't know not a damn thing about this because you don't do legitimate business in the barber game. You know what I mean? You don't report your money because you don't believe in banks, right? I find it so funny that billionaires, millionaires, right? You don't hear them saying they don't believe in banks, but yet you hear the average broke dude on the block talking about, nah, bro, I don't believe in banks. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know nothing about this, bro. Right? Report your money. Put it in the QuickBooks and write off your write-offs, bro. The utilities, where you live at, your rent, right? Your utilities that you use, your car, like, you know, I got all this all over it, but you ain't even worried about this because all you're worried about is cutting hair and trying to be famous on Instagram and things of that nature. You're forgetting the true aspect of what you are. You are self-employed. You are an independent contractor. You are a business. Act like one. You know, you understand me? Barbering, right? Barbering is the one business that I've seen that is treated like a business. However, it is not ran like one. You understand me? And that's a shame because everyone is self-made, everyone is self-paid, right? And all those things of that nature that you've heard. But you don't know nothing about tax write-offs, you don't know nothing about 401ks, RAs, setting up yourself, legitimately an LLC, removing the self-employed title from yourself and making yourself into an LLC so you can go ahead and start getting health insurance. Go ahead and start a 401k and things of that nature. But, you know what I'm saying, you're just worried about, I don't know, likes, follows, just the haircut, just how crisp can this fade can be, bro. No, you have to be a legitimate barber in this barber game if you want to truly succeed. You know what I'm saying? Those are my 2 cents for this video, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace. And let me know what you think in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? This is something I can definitely put you guys on if you want this type of information. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have a good one, man. Peace.